The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. That's to the tight end, Kobe Parkinson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense and guide them.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to... They ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Play action, Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Looking for Traylon Burks that time. And it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. You talk about this Miami defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Titans at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
They'll run. It's Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Willis. Throw to the right, caught by Cockrell. And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Henry. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Henry again. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. A give up the middle to H.A. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Titans' 12-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
To Cedric Wilson. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You know that's why they hold on to halfback. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The shotgun snap to Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And bulldozing his way through. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Now it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield. Harris running straight ahead. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a... We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, So it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Rolling to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Tua going to throw. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
Now it's A-Chain headed right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 19
Here's Tua. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he will be out of. Have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
And it's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A-Chain. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Good play there. just before halftime. 55 yards. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Come on, come on.
Willis will look to throw on first down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin out in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Mac Jones, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Trey Tucker, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Travis Etienne, what a game. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Willis now off play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Willis's throw is on target to Burks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. That is caught. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. There he goes, left side. Powering his way forward. Inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Damian Harris, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
The two are going to try and throw for it, and this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Willis. A little short pass. This is Everett, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Here's 3rd and 6. 3rd down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw, Willis. Right side to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, Willis to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Badgley able to knock this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Willis with a quick throw out wide. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Miami set to take over. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Dolphin first down.
H.A. now up the middle. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Tua. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 12-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 21.
2nd down, here's Willis. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again? It's caught inside the 25. And it's a Titans touchdown. Jamison Williams, 74 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And a completion to Wilson. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Tua going to keep it on the draw. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is Duvernay. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Tua. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. That's good for 28 yards. H.A. on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 yards to go, second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's brought in by Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. Touchdown, Dolphins. Damian Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 7. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it again with Henry. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So Tua and the Dolphins down by 13. A minute 53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. This drive will begin with a run from H.A. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up, were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Elijah Higgins, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Prater for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Try to take this home. They'll run. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So it's a win here for the Titans. And it was Malik Willis, CD, their quarterback, who really got the job done.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for Tennessee, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get to stay home again